Working with Tom Kibbe has been the greatest creative influence on my life to date. He's a really great guy and he's an amazing acting coach. My name's Orlaith Manus and I'm an actor who's been working with Tom for the past 4 years. And recently I've begun writing and directing some of my own work. And that's been directly inspired by my work with Tom, where I've started to grow in confidence and started to learn that I could create my own work. You know, I was inspired to do that. And recently I've had some success with a short film that I wrote, directed and produced along with the actors at Blue Jumper Productions. We made it into the Galway Film Fleadh and we were in competition there this summer. So it was a dream come true for all of us. And we were all inspired to come together as a group and to make some of our own work through the work that we've all been doing with Tom over the past 4 years, where we've seen such progress in each other and in ourselves that we've grown in confidence and we decided to go out there and start to create some work for ourselves. So the classes with Tom, at the moment he's doing a lot of Zoom classes, which are great because he can do a lot of the same exercises that he does in the face-to-face classes via online. We've always felt so lucky here in Cork to have somebody of Tom's calibre, his experience, his skill set working here in Cork. And now what's great is that people all over the country, people all over the world can start to work with Tom via Zoom. So, I mean, what to expect in his classes, it's difficult to sum up in a couple of minutes. What I can say is I've just seen phenomenal growth in actors. You know, Tom's classes are very experiential. He works with each actor on an individual level to support them to grow in whatever way that particular actor needs to grow. And he works with us to develop ourselves as the instrument in our acting work. So he might work with you on your voice, on your, your body work, on different techniques for improving imagination, being in the moment, and bringing authenticity and depth to the characters. So Tom has such a unique ability to work with each individual actor and hone in on exactly what that actor needs to improve on in a given moment, or what they need, where they need to, push themselves that little bit further, or how to get to that little bit, more authentic truth of what they're expressing in that moment. So he doesn't use the same approach for everybody, and it's just such a joy to see him work. He seems like such a master. He just seems to intuitively know where to push someone. So it's amazing to witness. What I also love about Tom's classes is that he works at a safe pace for each individual actor. So he knows, again, intuitively, how far to push an actor if they can get that little bit further in a performance, or a little bit deeper within themselves to allow that character to come through. He knows when to push, and he also knows when to put on the brakes, and just to allow that work that you've just done to percolate a bit, So what that means is it creates such a safe environment for us as actors, which means that we can go to those depths within ourselves that we need to in order to bring truth to that character, to that performance. So that has been just, I suppose, groundbreaking for me in terms of my development as an actor. It's allowed me to go to much deeper places in the work than I ever had before I worked with Tom. Similarly, if you're a director, there's a huge amount you can learn from Tom's classes. I know I would have drawn on a lot of Tom's, I suppose, techniques, or seeing how Tom worked with actors in order to get the performance from a particular actor. And that helped me and stood to me greatly in the short film Unlucky that I recently directed. So if you're considering working with Tom, I would say go for it. Give it a shot, book a class, see what you get from it, see what you get from the experience. And I really don't think you'll turn back. So he's a great guy. He's really generous with his time, with his experience, with his skill set, with his wisdom. And he's a lovely energy to be around. So I'm hoping lots of people get to learn from Tom.